It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Monday, the 20th of April. I'm James Spann. Weather looking beautiful tomorrow, but you know, this time of the year, rain comes back sooner than later. Let's go in there and take a look at things this afternoon. The water vapor satellite view, the big trough rotating through the eastern part of the United States. Big storms forming west of Alabama. Some tornado warnings northeast of Atlanta this afternoon, but around here, no showers. The HRRR had suggested we might see a few isolated showers this afternoon, but it looks like the dry air is winning the battle. So we should be rain-free tonight and tomorrow. Cooler behind a surface front, 65 at Coleman and Haleyville, down to the south of that front, 79 at Montgomery. But a nice cool down tonight. We'll expect mid-40s tomorrow morning. Maybe some of the colder pockets visiting 38 or 39, not out of the question. Around the nation, nice and cool up north, but it's that time of the year where the cool snaps don't last too long. We all know that. Look at the tornado watch there, northeast of the state. In fact, really just east of Alabama, from near Carrollton, Georgia, through Atlanta, up to Greenville, South Carolina, and Hickory, North Carolina. Until 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight, we've had some rotating storms in that zone, including one that was just northeast of Atlanta earlier today. We have an enhanced severe weather risk for parts of the mid-Atlantic coast region, like Richmond and Washington, D.C., Baltimore. The slight risk surrounding that from near Atlanta up to the far southwestern corner of New York State. But, of course, nothing here. Tomorrow, the focus is out west, the standard slight risk of severe weather. Around Childress, Texas, a marginal risk surrounding that. On day 3, which is Wednesday, we have an enhanced risk around Lake Texoma on the Texas-Oklahoma border, a slight risk over all of Louisiana, some of the adjacent states. And on day 4, Thursday, a risk of severe weather, again west of Alabama. Here's the overall rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning. This is suggesting rain amounts of about 1/2 to 1 inch. All right, model fans, the GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock local time at 500 millibars. There's the big upper low north of the state over the Great Lakes. Down below that, very deep surface low over Canada, but a nice dry continental air mass. We start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the low 70s. Just beautiful. Nice low humidity. Wednesday, moisture begins to come back. And we'll probably need to mention the chance of a shower late in the day. In fact, I would suggest that might be a fairly good possibility, but the morning should be dry. And then Thursday looks like a cloudy day with a few showers around, maybe some thunder. Not going to rain all day. And Friday, a deep surface low forms under 1,000 millibars near Trinidad, Colorado, with maybe some active storms west of the state. Clearly a chance of showers here Friday, but not a total washout. Friday night at just after midnight, 1 a.m. Saturday, the surface lows near Oklahoma City, 999 millibars, and the weather could be pretty active here. And then at midday Saturday, the low is still west of the state, around Little Rock. Now it's filling. The pressures are rising. It's up to 1,004 millibars, but that might set up some strong storms Saturday. Instability values somewhat marginal, generally under 1,250 joules per kilogram. The higher values down in South Alabama, over 2,000 joules down there. Winds in the low-level jet range, about 5,000 feet, not overly impressive. Higher winds to the west and east, and shear basically non-existent in the low levels. That's the bulk shear between the surface and 925 millibars. So not an overwhelming severe weather look, but certainly it's mid to late April. Strong storms can always happen easily this time of the year. We'll keep a close eye on things, but I clearly think we need to keep a chance of showers and storms going into Saturday. Sunday looks drier. Partly sunny, the high in the low 70s. I say the day should be rain-free. And Monday of next week, big upper low over the northeastern tip of the United States, and another little disturbance comes in with a chance of showers. It's that time of the year where things are pretty active. This is the end of the forecast, the middle of next week. This is Thursday, April 30th. Trough is off the East Coast, and if that's right, a nice, pleasant air mass and dry. Temperatures, the warmest day looks like Saturday. The ensemble showing 82, and then cooling down to 69 by Tuesday of next week. But generally speaking, those numbers not too far from average values for late April. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.